Hello, my name's Mariana, and this is a reading today for Gemini. So Gemini, as always, as usual, I'm doing a reading with my own deck. So the cards that you'll see are from this deck, and I apologize again in advance because my voice is still not 100%, but here I am, Gemini, for you to deliver your message because I feel like this is one that it's been coming. It's like it's happening in slow motion, and you know that something inside your heart is going to be touched or activated or sung, really, is how it's coming through. So the reason why I'm saying that is because this judgment card that is beginning your reading today, Gemini, is talking about this drum. This base here feels like a drum that is going to be activated by, this hammer, and you're seeing this approaching like very slowly, very slowly. It's like, that the moment this hammer touches the drum, it's going to be something so powerful, so activating, so it's coming through as extraordinary, that is going to make your heart grow in a sense, or express, or transcend. It's how I'm hearing now. It's like with the Queen of Cups coming next, it's like that something that maybe was already, it's like the what is the word, the path was laid, or the trajectory of this hammer was always supposed to hit this drum at some point. But it's like you have been waiting, Gemini. You have been patiently waiting. And because you're embodying this, so, okay, there's something very, very interesting happening here, Gemini. Yes, you are embodying the greatness, I want to say the greatness of this Queen of Cups, right? With this ready to have your heart expanded, ready to have your heart touched. But there's something very particular that I feel like maybe only Geminis can embody that, or can understand that, or can translate that. Because if you have had the patience to wait for this moment, which I feel like is very, very soon, right? Whenever I looked at this card, and in the context of seeing the other cards, I feel like you have had a lot of patience, but a lot of knowing that this would inevitably happen. So it's almost like trusting that the universe was not going to fail you, or was not going to disappoint you, right? It's like this happening was always going to occur at the right moment, when you were ready to activate your heart. But I feel like the message here, Gemini, and the particularity of this message, that I feel like you are the only ones who can embody this, is because yes, you're coming through with the greatness of this queen, but you're also coming through with the openness of this page, right? So we have here you as the Queen of Cups, but also as the Page of Cups. And this was talking to me about your ability to be multiple characters at the same time, or be like express in many facets at the same time, right? Like now I'm seeing this diamond, right, with many, many facets. It's like you are the diamond. You're not just one or the other facet, right? It's like you're not just the Queen of Cups or the Page of Cups, right? This is not a question of choosing, which is now reminding me of the message that came yesterday in the Taurus reading, but I feel like it wasn't the extended, so maybe you haven't seen it, but it came through as like how Taurus was being given this opportunity to not only choose one role or one character to embody, right? It was like experiment with many so that you decide which one feels the most appropriate so that you can express yourself fully. Apologize. My throat is a little bit dry. So these two are you, Gemini, and now it seems like is the moment. The moment has finally arrived so that you can feel that this drum is going to finally resound, right? It's like you have been patiently waiting. It's like you were going between these two facets of yours, right? The one who is wise and the one who is ready to be activated, the one who is ready to grow, right? And it's not that, you know, when you were here in this side of this facet of yours, of the expression of your heart, that you weren't ready to be open. It's like there is opportunity for growth for both of, like, for the whole of you, right? But here you, it's like here there is acceptance because of the wisdom that you hold, and here there is excitement. Here there is like this usually I see the pages with this eagerness, like this hunger to know more, right? To absorb. But here is like absorb this sound, right? To absorb this vibration of the drum. It's like when the drum is activated, right? When this hammer hits the surface of the drum, it's like this vibration is going to echo. That is really interesting because now I'm hearing like this echo that keeps vibrating, that keeps reverberating. So it's like it takes only one striking of the drum, one hitting the surface of the drum to resound a powerful sound that like vibrates in all of your facets, because it gets to the core of who you are. It gets to your heart, right? So from this heart, it's like it's like it's a subtle but powerful tone, right? It's like this drum has a powerful echo in your heart that touches all of you, that touches all of your facets, right? And these two facets are really interesting because remember when I was talking about like this wise facet and this beginner's mind facet, right? It's like the one who knows and the one who wants to know, right? This is who you are, or these are two expressions of who you are. And when these two cards appeared, they were, it's like this is the echo, okay? So we have two minor arcana, two expressions of self, two heart expressions of yourself, right? Of two ways of perceiving who you are, Gemini. But here with the Sun and the Hermit, we have the major arcana version of your expressions, but I want to say is more like the awakening because of the sound of this drum, because of the, well, this card is the awakening, but it has to be strung, right? It has to be sung, it has to be echoed, right? And so you knew that this was coming, but you, it's like you saw it coming very, very slowly, right? So because it's like there is there is no need for like this heavy sound or this continuous hitting of the drum, right? It's like just one is needed because it's like it's so, well, I feel like Gemini, you were so ready, right, to hear the sound, to receive the waves of sound that were coming from this drum, that it's like you were eager, you were ready, right? So it's not like you needed too much to reawaken your your true self, I want to say, right? It's like this sun is symbolizing the wisdom from the Queen of Cups, and then this Hermit is also the wisdom of this more inexperienced, or more, it's like the student's mind, right? The student's mind holds the wisdom of the one who knows as well, but it's also holding the humility to know that you don't know it all, right? That is why this Hermit is expressing this entity of yours, this facet of yours, the humble apprentice position, the humble apprentice stance, right? But also the greatness. It's interesting how the Queen is coming through as the greatness, right? Maybe the greatness of your wisdom, the greatness of your heart is like embodied here with the sun. It's like the full expression. This is coming through as like this the flower blooming, right? It's like every ray here in every direction is that moment. That is the thing also. It's like when this sound is heard by your heart, by your entire being, right? It's like that is the moment of this reawakening, of this blossoming of the flower, of this, it's like the full expression to be seen, to be visible, right? So this is this, right? It's like the correspondence of like the minor arcana and the major arcana, right? The Queen with the sun, and then the Page with the Hermit. So this full blossoming, because of the echo of this drum, because of the activation of this heart, is like expressing in two simultaneous ways. It's interesting because this also came up in a reading. It was the Aquarius reading or the Pisces reading, but it was talking about simultaneous unlockings. I think it was for Aquarius, but either way, it's like for you, Gemini. Well, Aquarius is also an air sign, so perhaps you have this in common with them. But you, Gemini, it's like the way that you're doing, it's like there is full expression of your being, of your heart, but in a way that you are humble enough to see that this echo continues, right? It's like now I'm seeing this Hermit in a valley, right? Where every sound, and the sound here is talking about like every piece of knowledge, every aha moment. That's how it's coming through. It's like, aha, it's like every sound that you emit, right? Whenever you make a new discovery, whenever you, as this eager student, learn something new, it's like you are not only like contributing to express this more fully, to open even more this flower. It's like now I'm seeing this chest opening up to the sun, right? Just like as if there was like this blossom inside your heart that now wants to face the sun. It's like the opening of your chest, the opening of your expression. And this expression happens in a place where you feel safe to make these discoveries. And that is why it's like you're not doing this to show off who you are. It's almost like this natural, spontaneous expression of your being, because it's like this is the true self expressing, right? And this is who you, it's like you've always been this, but perhaps you needed to wait for this drum to be hit, for this drum to echo, so that you could make this jump, make this leap from this stance, right, to this, like to grow, I want to say, right, to go to the next level. And this is what I'm seeing here now, because with the Four of Cups, right, it's like this space, this sacred space, this, it's like a place where you feel, yes, safe, but also like nurtured, right? Remember that you are coming through with the sensitivity of the Queen and the Page of Cups. So you know that your heart is being touched in a way that maybe you have never experienced in such a not a vulnerable way, because I don't feel like you are exposed, or you are, well, maybe you feel like you're more expressive, right? But I don't, that's the thing, because of the Hermit, I don't feel like there is an audience there for you. It's like, this is you doing this for yourself, for your highest expression, for your fullest expression, right? It's like you're not doing this for anybody else to see. You're doing this, it's almost like you're doing this for the sun to see, right? And the sun is yourself, right? So it's like you for you. It's like just, it's like you're just doing it for your full benefit, for your highest good, right? No need for external things, or for external shows or spectacles, right? It's like the flower does not bloom for others to recognize its beauty, right? That's the thing. It's like you're not doing it for anybody else. So, and this is something that also came up in a reading, the Aries reading, I believe. So, a safe, sacred space. This is why you're doing it. You're doing it because you want to feel more. You want to feel like, it's almost like drinking from the source of knowledge, right? It's like an absorbing it, like immersing yourself in a way that is, it's like it's very nourishing, right? It's like drinking the knowledge is nourishing to you. It's guaranteeing you this safe ground. So this is like you, I want to say this is a moment that was inevitable. You knew this was coming, but at the same time you are choosing to stay there so that you can nourish even more yourself. It's like you want to drink this knowledge, right? You, by hearing the echo of this drum, it's like you know that there is knowledge to be drunk. And so with the Ace of Swords ending here, you're reading, Gemini, I feel like this is the moment of you having drunk so much of this knowledge and learning so much about how you can open your chest, how you can open your self-expression, how you can be like this beautiful, authentic self that is like, it's not holding anything back, right? It's like you are fully you, to the point that you are now being like, it's like this Ace of Swords is talking about this lightness of being that was also in the Taurus extended yesterday. It's like you're becoming light. You are elevating your soul, you are elevating your spirit, but through knowledge, I want to say, but through knowledge that it's not intellectual knowledge, right? That is important here to make this distinction. This is a knowledge that goes directly through your heart, right? This is not something that you think about, although the Hermit has this intellectual side of it, right? To study things, to look for information. But the humble attitude, the humble approach of this Hermit that knows that he doesn't know everything until he feels it, right? Like the integration of the knowledge is what, and integration through the heart, right? Integration through the heart in this sacred space, right? It's like honoring the information, honoring the knowledge. This is what truly transforms it into wisdom that you integrate to self, right? Through your heart. It's like when the heart is activated by this drum, right? It's like it's like the pulses of the heart are now going to be fed, or going to be watered by this knowledge that is like reawakening it. It's like it's almost like hydrating the cords of your heart in a sense, in a way that it makes you elevate, right? It's like giving you the right information, or the right chords, the right chords, the right tunes, so that your spirit can elevate. And this Ace of Swords was showing me this image of, you know, an elevator, like the doorway of an elevator with the two buttons, right? One going up and one going down. And you are, well, the one that you're seeing really is just this one. It's almost like the upwards button is lit. So this is the only one that you're seeing, right? Although there are two, but you are only, because of this activation, right? It's like the wisdom that you have acquired here can only allow you to see this, the upward movement, right? The button that takes you up. So this is what you are about to embark on, I want to say, Gemini. It's like, once you go through this echoing of your heart that is reawakening it, that is elevating your spirit, because you know that there is always knowledge to be learned and information to be honored, and, you know, things to be, it's like, to show respect, right? To show respect to the knowledge that you are receiving. It's like you know that you are always going to be able to elevate more and more and more. But this is like the moment where you, I feel like you are about to step into this elevator, right? It's like, I'm not seeing the door opening yet, because it's like the same thing here. When I was seeing this movement in slow motion, this is the same thing that I'm seeing here. It's like I'm seeing your finger like very slowly approaching this button, right? That's pointing to the skies, I want to say, right? To it, it's like it doesn't feel like there is a limit, right? On top of this elevator, I'm just seeing the doorway, but there's nothing like on the ceiling. So that is really interesting. So I'm going to pull more cards for you, Gemini, and I'm going to pull from the astrological runes as well. So if you want to join me there, I'll be happy to see you, and the link is in the description box below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.